Man here, I'm a fresh young fighter. I'm going to put you away. You had 2 very lucky escapes at this fight. You should have took the escapes. You should not be sitting here right now because this is bad for you. You've blown your ticket. You should have stuck to making easy money fighting old men, celebrities. I'm coming to take your head off.
Great. So I think we make a deal then, since you're so confident. I think we make a deal. If you win, I'll pay you double what I'm paying you already. But if I win, I take everything that I'm paying you.
Delicious.
Deal or no deal, since you're so confident. Deal or no deal, since you're so confident.
Take it.
Deal or no deal.
Take it. Take it.
Why are you standing up?
Deal or no deal. I want to
Gulping.
shake on
Why are
it.
you going to stand up like you want to do something?
He's
Sit
gulping
back down.
right
I just
now.
want to shake your
Sit
hand.
back down. Sit back down.
Answer the question.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Answer the question. Stop it.
Dealt. You've got a deal. All or nothing. All or nothing.
Oh no. No.
You've got it. Both you've heard it. He's got it.
No. No.
Already. But if I win, I take everything that I'm paying you.
Delicious.
Deal or no deal, since you're so confident. Deal or no deal, since you're so confident.
Listen, end of the day, people, you see Timmy Fumbles right here. The JP stuck it on this funny style, funny looking, good looking ass, pretty looking ass dude. He said, listen, Mr. Fumbles. Do you want to double or... End of the day, man. Timmy say like to gamble. Double or quits. What did Timmy say? He gulping. Call me a lie. What's he doing right now? Pick the water up. His mouth went dry, 100%. He had dry mouth. That's what happened. He had dry mouth, and if you watch his neck, he goes... He gulped. Yeah, that's the definition. He's a choker, 100%. Yeah, in the clutch moment, what happened? Your man Timmy Fumbles took a big gulp. He ain't want nothing to do with it. But actually, I ain't gonna lie to you people. You might know me. I love dragging people and whatever else, and I'll give as good as I get. But this I actually felt bad for Timmy on this one. I felt bad. He don't want to. And in a way, I'm glad because I know my coins that have been bumped. Chris Hugh Bambi Jr. bumped my coins. A few fighters recently have bumped my coins, but I know now the JP gonna come through and get my coins back. I'm going all in, people. You best believe it as well. The YB all in on this one. The JP rolling this cat, pretty looking ass cat up and puffing on him. Yeah, he ain't. You saw the guy. What was that? A bet? Yeah. Taking his... Again, my man, the JP put the dry mouth into this Donny. Right in there. Taking a big swig of water. And even after the big gulp, guess what happens then? Timmy ain't got nothing to say. I feel bad for... Really, genuinely, I actually cringed watching this. I thought, ooh, he really don't want this one. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them ones. I was like, ooh. And then he tried to obfuscate by making things physical. He thought, ooh, Jake Paul's stuck it on me, put a hard offer on me. What can I do now? Oh no, I'll jump up and try and make it into a physical thing. Or maybe if I distract Jake Paul with the physical confrontation, he'll forget about how he just punked me with the bet. That was the play. Let's watch it.
Take it.
Deal or no deal.
Take it. Take it.
Why are you standing up?
Deal or no deal.
Deal or no deal. Timmy gets up and says, "Why are you standing up for?" What? No, Timmy. Yeah, the question, Jake Paul didn't ask you, what do you think about me standing up? He asked you, do you want this bet? Yeah? Timmy Fumble, do you want this bet? Why are you standing up for? What? Why are you standing up for? What? No. Do you want to bet? He didn't ask you what... Jake Paul did not request you to talk about his orientation of his body. Jake Paul, your orientation of your body has gone from sitting down to standing up. Jake Paul didn't ask you nothing about that. He asked you whether, bearing in mind, minutes earlier, you was woofing, Jake Paul, 2 rounds, yeah, you was giving it all the bars, all the woof. You went from all the bars and all the woof to choke, to gulping. Big gulp of air you had to take in. Because you're scary. And again, normally I like to drag people, yeah, but this isn't really draggable for me. I genuinely saw the fear of God in this guy's eyes. He knows what this is. He knows he's turning up to get his booty popped by the JP. Not my words, not anyone else's words, out of his own mouth. I didn't ask him to gulp. I didn't ask him to choke. Yeah, just call a spade a spade. Timmy Fumbles could have been out here and said, listen, Jake Paul, never mind double or quits. I've got $1 million in the bank. Yeah, let me get some of that light work. Let's call it my wages plus the $1 million I've got. Cash. I'm going all in. Oops. That's what he could have said if he was really about it like that. Yeah? Instead, he gulped and tried to distract people with the physical confrontation. Unfortunately, his pops, who ain't got nothing to do with nothing, can't help himself. Timmy Fumbles was along the way of getting through this without having to go out too sad. But then his dad couldn't help himself.
I want to shake on
Why are
it.
you going to stand up like you want to do something? Sit back down.
I just want to shake your hand.
Sit back down. Sit back down.
Answer the question.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Answer the question.
You've dealt. You've got a deal. All or nothing. All or nothing. You've got it.
That's bad. Timmy, yeah? Timmy weren't talking about all or nothing. And I think John actually clocked. John was the one. Some guy shouted out, answer the question. John sat there almost looking at his son like, go on, Timmy, step up then. And it was John who had to say, dealt, you've got a deal. Timmy then turns round, Pops, what going on? And this, I feel sorry for Timmy, because Timmy is in a situation where he knows he's about to be smoked on. And his dad's just come through and played him. That's why in all fairness though, Timmy got no one to blame but himself. I've been told Timmy, leave John at home. Yeah, John ain't supposed to be brought nowhere. John the kind of guy you leave at home. Alright, Pops, I'll see you when I get back. That's the kind of 100%. John the kind of Pops that you say, I'll see you when I get back, Pops. Because you be doing too much with this one. Yeah, John Fury, he stay writing checks. He doesn't have to cash. That's the problem. Yeah? When people don't have to bear the brunt of the responsibility, after all, it's not John Fury's 2.5 million that's going. And that's why I don't rate about John Fury, because guess what? I wouldn't genuinely mind if John Fury was out here getting how he living, when Mickey Theo, Jake Paul's exposed this, when Mickey Theo stuck it on John Fury. What did John Fury say? John Fury said, Oh, everyone, why do people want to fight an old man for? Oh, I'm past my day. Oh, this new generation don't have no respect for their elders. Oh, why do people want to see old men fight? That's what your man John Fury said. And like I said, I wouldn't mind John Fury playing his son out of the bag. I wouldn't mind John Fury making big man alpha decisions for his son if John Fury made big man alpha decisions in his own life. Yeah, if John Fury had to come out 2 years ago and say, listen, Mickey Theo, I'm a bare knuckle fighting man. I'm going to punch you up. And if John Fury had made, I'm not saying, do I know Mickey Theo 100%? I actually believe Mickey Theo would have done it. I do. But either way, that's not relevant. Whether the fight happened or not is irrelevant. What I'm getting at is, if John Fury genuinely did what he could to make that fight, I'd respect that. I'd say, listen, man, John's that kind of guy. Yeah, he willing to put his own backside on the line and put his son's on the line. But John Fury wasn't about it like that when it was Mickey Theo. In fact, he had to bring his 30-year-old son out. And bear in mind, people, Mickey Theo's older than John Fury. It's not like a case of, well, Mickey Theo's 40 and John's 60. No, Mickey Theo's older. An older man called out John Fury, and John Fury went missing. Genuinely, we didn't see him for about 6 months. And then he pops up in a caravan. I've had to leave society because essentially Mickey Theo has run me out of town. That's what he said. It was actually quite tragic. All the bass in his voice that's since returned was gone. He was, all that, it wasn't there anymore, people, I'm telling you now. He was talking about how bad society is and it's not right, people wanting to see two old men fight. I thought, what? I thought he was Mr. Bare Knuckle. And it was only months before that, John Fury was all in the video, talking about Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis and I'll fight you tomorrow and all this kind of stuff. But when someone, listen, Mike Tyson don't know John Fury. When someone genuine, local, stuck it on John Fury, he back end fell out. And it's making sense now. I know and we can see where Timmy gets it from. Why is Timmy so shook? Look at John Fury. Yeah? John Fury, a scary looking ass dude. The man that John Fury gouged his eye out was about 5 foot, no joke. The guy was tiny. That sums up John Fury. John Fury, if you're small and can't help yourself, John Fury will be all over you like a rash. Yeah, but if you're the Black Skellington, or if you're Team Lighty, Gerber go in there and smoke this guy's pack. Big facts. The Black Skellington went in there and put the rangefinder out and hit John Fury for 6. That's just what happened. And then Gerber went in there. What's it? Ross Gerber? I'm not sure. Some next light-skinned Donny called Gerber went in there and had another go on John. And that was the end of John's career. Yeah? So John knows he ain't got the minerals to back up the woof. And now he's putting it on his son. I feel bad for Timmy. Because John Fury... Wait a minute, Pops. You've just potentially played me out of $2.5 million. And it's not even your money. It don't even make no sense. What do you mean, you've got a deal? Since when are you making deals for my life? And that's the look that Tommy gave him. Tommy didn't... Again, people, this wasn't a case of, well, Tommy was saying he wants it and John does... That's how it should go. A father who ain't a woofer. Bear in mind, John Fury, you're there not because of you. This is not all about you, John. This is about your son. Play your role. Your role is to back your son up. Whatever your son is on, you're supposed to be on. If your son's backside is twitching because he's a little bit scary of losing the whole bag, bear in mind, people, a month ago, Tommy Fury was telling us he don't want this fight because the bag ain't right. Yeah? So we know this fight's all about the bag for Tommy Fury. John Fury, you're supposed to play your role. Wait a minute, Timmy. We know he loves the bag. We know he ain't planning on winning. Let me just sit down, be quiet, and follow Timmy's lead. Timmy, listen, after all, Timmy could have come out and said, Jake Paul, you got a deal. Send me the contract right now. He didn't do that. What does John do? Yeah, we want a deal, we want a deal. Wait there, why didn't you wait for your son to say that first? And it wasn't like it was a short period of time. There was about 2 minutes that went on between Jake Paul's first offer and Timmy Fumbles, and John Fury going out there and putting it out there. And that's, again, I feel sorry for John and Timmy. Because John didn't want to. With all due respect, John didn't. If you actually look at John was looking at his son, waiting as if to say, John didn't jump in this wasn't a off the whim kind of, this wasn't an immediate response. This wasn't a case of, well, YB, you know what John Fury's like, he's explosive and he just barked back. No. There's a good minute or two where John Fury's looking at his son like, when's Timmy gonna say you got a deal? And it was only when the public, the audience started shouting, answer the question, that's when John Fury clocked, oh damn, Timmy literally is about to publicly goof himself off and show how scary he is. That's when John Fury kicked in, damn, you got a deal. And Timmy looked back and says, oh. Yeah, and now you got the context. Let's replay this one right now, 100%.
Everything that I'm paying you.
Delicious.
Deal or no deal. Since you're so confident. Deal or no deal. Since you're so confident.
Gulping.
Take it.
Deal or no deal.
Take it. Take it.
Why are you standing up?
Deal or no deal. I want to shake on
Why are
it.
you going to stand up like you want to do something? Sit back down.
I just want to shake your hand.
Sit back down. Sit back down.
Answer the question.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Answer the question.
What are you going to do?
You've dealt. You've got a deal.
Dealt, you've got a deal. Seconds before John Fury said that, Timmy was saying, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Timmy was trying to engage in the, if I get physical with Jake Paul, that'll distract and let's move. But Timmy wanted to move on, bottom line. You think it's a coincidence, people? Let's be real here. Jake Paul said, do you want to double or nothing? Pretty simple question. It doesn't need the whole, what you can do, let's beef off, let's take my shirt off. That's what was coming next. The only thing missing here was Timmy Fumbles taking his shirt off. And looking back, I bet Timmy wishes he did take his shirt off. I bet he's sitting there tonight thinking, damn, if I'd have took my shirt off, maybe that would have finally been enough to distract Jake Paul. And now my pops would have to jump in and sell my booty down the river. Now, I don't know, it might end up working well for Timmy. Timmy wins, then obviously he can be quids in. But that's here or there, really, at this point. At this point, before the fight, all we know is Jake Paul was prepared to put it all on the line, and Timmy wasn't. Categorically. Yeah, it was Timmy Fumbles' pops who said it's a deal. To this day, actually, we haven't even heard. Hours later, I haven't even heard Timmy come out and say, I want this one. I mean, it's obvious. You could have said it. Yeah, it's not as if you can say, well, YB, Timmy Fumbles didn't say anything. No, Timmy Fumbles was happy to woof about why you're standing up. Why are you going to do... You ain't going to do nothing. In that amount of words, you could have said, never mind that. You know what I mean? You could have at least agreed, or you could have gone another step further. Yeah? Let's put it all up. How much you got in your bank? Let's run it all up 100%. And again, I'll finish off by saying, I genuinely... In fact, well, before I finish off, let's do this one more replay.
Since you're so confident, deal or no deal, since you're so confident.
Take it.
Deal or no deal.
Take it. Take it.
Why are you standing up?
Deal or no deal, I want to shake on
Why are
it.
you going to stand up like you want to do something? Sit back down.
I just wanna shake your hand.
Sit back down. Sit back down.
Answer the question.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Answer the question.
You've dealt. You've got a deal. All or nothing.
This bit here is peak as well. Look at this one here, man. Look. Timmy's looking back like, what the blowhole is this guy doing? Look. Because think about it. If Timmy was in agreement, if Timmy had any idea of accepting that offer, his eye contact would have stayed right with Jake Paul. Timmy's got ears. It's not like, well, IB, Timmy's deaf and he didn't know. No, Timmy's got ears. So the minute Timmy, bear in mind, Timmy was facing, seconds before this, Timmy was facing Jake Paul. It's only when his dad says...
You've got a deal.
It's only when his dad says you got a deal, that's when he turns round. Why would he turn round for? He could have kept his orientation and said, yeah, Pop's been known, I want this deal. He turned round because he's that's why YB. That's what I'll tell you now. I spoke to Timmy earlier. He said, wow, YB, that's why you told me to keep Pops at home. I'll see you when I get back, Pops. I've been said that. John Fury is a I'll see you when I get back, Pops kind of dude. Yeah, you don't bring him to this. You don't bring that kind of guy to this kind of event. That's what you don't do. Because if you do, you end up playing yourself out of either reputation or genuine coins. Timmy Fumbles is going to lose one of them. Well, Timmy Fumbles has already lost his reputation. Because now he looks like a whole clown. A scary clown at that. And worse be it, if he loses, he's actually lost 2.5 million. And his dad, you know what I mean? What's your dad going to do? It's bad. And I feel sorry for Timmy. Because this genuinely was awkward for me. Clearly, Timmy don't want to bet this. Let's be real now. And for a man to be forced into it because his woofy dad, who never back it up himself, that's tragic for me. This was a tragic situation. It really was. Look at poor Timmy. Timmy having to turn around and the shocking. Timmy's like, what? Oh, Dad, Dad, you do know I've got to win the fight now. That's what Timmy's basically saying. But Dad, if I don't win now, after the JP smoke my pack, we ain't gonna have. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have a smoked pack and no coins to show for it. Oh no! What have we done, Pops? Yeah. Because John Fury thinks everything has to be WWE. Yeah, you got a deal. Do you know what I mean? This isn't WWE. Listen, John Fury, I know you've been to New York and WWE. This ain't that one. I think that's what John Fury got confused. Yeah? John Fury thought, oh yeah, I'm with Tyson in New York doing WWE again. Yeah, you got a deal. Timmy like, no, Pops, this is the real one. Yeah, this is the one where it's not all fixed and rigged and whatever else. You've actually just put 2.5 million on the line. Wow. Brutal.
All or nothing. All or nothing. You've got it.
Oh no, it's bad people. So after his dad says all or nothing, that's when Timmy starts saying, for the first time, all or nothing. Like a nodding dog. Churchill dog.
Down.
Answer the question.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Answer the question.
You've dealt. You've got a deal. All or nothing. All or nothing. You've got it. You've got it. You've got it.
Oh man.
What, you've heard it? He's got it.
I'm telling you now, man, this is genuinely tragic. It was a tragic viewing, ain't gonna lie to no one on this one, people. It really was tragic. All or nothing, all or nothing. You know what I mean? The way that John Fury says, you got a deal, all or nothing. Timmy's like, all or nothing, all or nothing. You know what I mean? It's bad. I'm sorry. any Timmy Fumbles fan, watch this, yeah. And people say, why be your bias? Genuinely, if Timmy Fumbles was all over this like a rash, yeah, I'd tell you, listen, people, man. Timmy Fumbles is all... I'd still think Jake Paul going to win, technically speaking, but I'd be saying, listen, man, I'm not as confident as I was. If you get what I'm saying. I'm not a liar. If I saw Timmy Fumbles rock hard for this, I'll be telling you, man, damn. Timmy played a blinder for this one. But what we just witnessed is evidence that Timmy Fumbles is a scary dude. Simple as that. Or at the very least, he ain't 100% confident he's going to win. Because Jake Paul's been doing this. Jake Paul said it. And that's the thing. In all fairness to Timmy, Jake Paul does have an advantage in these situations. Jake Paul does have 50, 100 mil in the bank. So he can afford to risk 7 mil. It's not going to change his life. This changes Timmy Fumbles' life. Same as Woodley. Woodley had a similar deal. But, you know what I mean? Jake Paul don't really lose. So I get that. But at the end of the day, man, Timmy, these guys got to be smart, thinking on their feet. Timmy should have come back and said, boom, never mind double. Let's just do a swap. If I win, I take your purse. If you win, you take my purse. That balances things out a lot more equally, rather than 2.5, 2.5. But these are things, again, John Fury, these guys are emotional. They ain't thinking logically, and I don't think the contract will be done anyway. There's no way Timmy Fumbles is signing that contract. So to some extent, John Fury may have actually helped his son. Or from a visibility point of view, from a publicity point of view, John Fury bailed his son out. If that makes sense. In the short term. Because if John Fury hadn't come through and said, you got a deal, Timmy Fumbles would still be fumbling his reputation once again. But what's going to happen behind the scenes is, all this woof about you got a deal, it will never be done. Guarantee that. So in a way, maybe John Fury knew that. Maybe John Fury knew, listen, there's no downside to me agreeing to it now. Because we'll get into that. We know what the Furies are like. What are the Furies like when it comes to contracts? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Good luck trying to get them to put pen to paper. So John Fury may have actually helped his son. Was he thinking that deeply? I don't know, but in a way, I guess, yeah. What was the downside? What's the downside to publicly accepting this kind of deal? All you've got to say is, oh, they never got us to contract, or you know what I mean? You know what they're like? We never got it in the email. I never got your email. And he said, she said kind of thing. The fight's only 2 days away. It's not very hard to put off or to mess around with. But I'll guarantee you now, listen, if Timmy signs the contract, if there's a contract signed, because usually what happens is something along the lines of, oh, it's not legal to bet on yourself. That's what's coming next from Team Fury. Team Timmy will say, oh, it's not, I spoke to lawyers and you're not allowed to bet on your own events. That's what's going to happen, I believe. You're not allowed to bet on your own events is what they'll say to cover their thing. Timmy Fumbles will say, oh, we've got pending legal cases and I don't want to be, that's 100% coming next. Yeah, I'm banned from the US and I've got pending legal cases. I can't afford to do anything on the edges right now. Otherwise, I'll be betting you. All that waffle is what he would be saying. Listen, if Timmy Fury genuinely somehow signs this, I'll walk back what I've said. I'll say, listen, man, the guy, he clearly believes in himself. And I got it wrong. But until that happens, because I'm 99% confident Jake Paul's going to send the guy a contract. Now, Timmy signs it, I salute Timmy. But I'm 99% sure he ain't signing Nizzy. He knows, he turning up. Tell a lie. It doesn't necessarily mean he knows he's going to lose. It means he's not 100% sure. Timmy might go in there and fight hard for a few rounds. I mean, he could even win. But it's not, whether he wins or not is irrelevant. It's what happens. It's whether he believed it beforehand. I'm sure there's loads of fighters throughout history who didn't necessarily 100% believe it, but nonetheless ended up winning. If you get what I mean. But this kind of bet, you have to be 100% confident, for obvious reasons. The only way you'd put 100% of your coins on the line is if you're 100% confident. Anyway, honestly, this is probably going to be one of the bigger... I think I called it a few months ago. I said Timmy Fumbles versus Jake Paul is a top 5 fight of the year for me. In fact, I think I even said it was probably top... I think it's top 2 or 3, actually. I mean, realistically, what's better? In the last year, what's a better fight than Jake Paul and Timmy Fury? I think it's probably number one. What fights have we had? Yeah, the last year's been dead. And even the next year, Fury versus Usyk, it's not going to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? So, in terms of fights that are actually happening, this for me is probably number one in the last 12 months. I'm going to be real with you. AJ versus Usyk, I'm sorry, didn't do it for me. Oops, just didn't. So yeah, Jake Paul versus Timmy Farballs is number one. Number one fight of the last few years. This is what it is. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. We must pray for Timmy right now. He going through it. All the way through it. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell 100%.